Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. So yesterday there was an announcement for a brand new 4K / Blu-ray Halloween box set. Most notably, an Australian-made Halloween box set. Now, this is from Halloween's parts 1 through to 5. So this reminds me of the old school DVD box set of Halloween 1 to 5 that I had back in the day. So much so I actually found it the other day in storage at my parents' place, and I've been meaning to bring it here and show it off in a video that's, say, Halloween themed. And of course, the occasion arose yesterday. It all folds out, beautiful, like even the transfers were good for back in the day. But today we have something pretty interesting and very, very pricey. So we have a limited edition, limited to 1,000, Halloween 1 to 5, 4K Steelbox collection, but also some Blu-rays with alternate cuts of the film, the Blu-ray transfers and special features, but it's all encased in the trademark Halloween 1 pumpkin in a display case. So it looks like a giant basketball in a display case. So this is more or less a video about, is this going to be worth it, as opposed to the Scream / Shout Factory collection, and also keeping in mind a few things that are going on in the world in terms of trying to ship stuff out of Australia. Okay, so we're on the Viavision website, but it's also coming from imprints. So the Halloween 1 to 5, 78 to 89 4K Blu-ray collection in limited edition Jack-o'-lantern, imprint collection number 475 to 479. So take a look at the photos here. Here's the pumpkin in all its glory, you know, the trademark Halloween 1 pumpkin, which I do love. Encased in a display case, there we have the 4Ks of Halloween's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we have the rest of the Blu-ray discs that have alternate cuts of the film, the Blu-rays of the film, but also special features. Now, from what I can see, comparing the pair with this set and the Shout Factory sets, other special features, whether or not we've got a few added special features, and we do from what I can see, more so like commentaries and stuff like that. But then obviously you've got your horrors hallowed grounds from the amazing Sean Clark and stuff like that, which is always great to see. But as you can see, they're encased in this pumpkin, which, look, it's cool. It's a neat novelty, an expensive one at that. So this is up for pre-order for $499.95 AUD. So in USD, and I just rounded it up to 500, it's $326.80 USD, which is a hefty penny. And I get it. It's limited to 1,000. You got the pumpkin, but also the 4K set. But why 1 to 5? That's what I want to know. Why not the entire set? Like, why not go all the way to Resurrection, or hell, go all the way to the David Gordon Green trilogy? So going back to the Viavision website, number of 4K discs, 5, number of Blu-ray discs, 8. So if we go down here, so it has each Halloween film. They go into a lot of detail, which I like. We've got a 2160p ultra high definition presentation of theatrical cut of the 4K UHD Dolby Vision HDR10 from a 4K scan of the original camera negative. So is this a brand new transfer, or is this the same as the Scream / Shout Factory version? That's what I want to know. I've been comparing the pan from what I can see with the Shout Factory versions. They're a bit vague in terms of the transfer, whereas this one goes into a bit more detail. But yeah, essentially, is this the same as what you'd get with the Shout Factory versions? So disc 2, Blu-ray theatrical cut, which is great. You know, it's pretty in-depth. Disc 3, television cut. Disc 4, special features, horrors hallowed ground, Night She Came Home, 25 Years of Terror, cut above the rest. So all the flagship documentaries that we know and love back with this particular edition. But then we come down to Halloween 2. So there's an audio commentary by Dustin McNeil, who's the co-author of Taking Shape, which are some incredible behind the scenes anecdotes and stuff like that on the making of the Halloween series. So it's really cool that Dustin has got to do this. I'm seeing a lot more film enthusiasts that are starting out doing stuff like this, and YouTubers that are winding up doing commentaries for 4K releases of very, very popular films. And I love seeing stuff like that, man, because they know what they're talking about. And Dustin is a pro, so that's very cool to see. And then it just goes through pretty much the same thing with all the Halloween films 1 through to 5. And there we go again with the steelbooks. Now, in terms of the price, I think this is way too much money. And don't get me wrong, this is subjectivity at its finest. There are going to be people, and I even saw in the comments, people were like instantly ordered, perfect, love it. Other people were like, that is way too high, man. I get the shtick with the pumpkin in the display case, and that's very cool. Me personally, I don't think this is worth it. Maybe if it went all the way up to the David Gordon Green trilogy for that price, and I know that's probably pushing the friendship, maybe I consider it. But for the pumpkin in the display case, where am I going to put it? Like where? And it's just weird that they just cut it off at Halloween 5. Again, just reminds me a lot of the Australian DVD box set. And then if we go on over to Outrun DVD and take a look at the Elm Street box set. So this is the one I pre-ordered. This is the website I pre-ordered it from, and it's exciting, man. Like, we're getting this next month. So this was 425 AUD. See, that is good bang for buck. 425 AUD, that's fine. Absolutely fine. Again, like, these films haven't had a full 4K restoration yet. Obviously, the first one has, but the Halloween films have. So for something that is a first, absolutely. But for something like this, I don't think so. Again, I understand the limited quantity. 1,000 is fuck all in comparison, like when it comes to mass-produced stuff like this. Now, another thing that's a bit of a cause for concern, and it's something I'm dealing with at the moment, there are ways around it, but at the same time, it is a massive inconvenience. So I got an email the other day, and not just me, a whole bunch of friends who are artists on Etsy and sell privately and stuff like that, that Australia Post has suspended services to the United States because of all the tariffs and everything that's going on at the moment. There are other services you can use like FedEx and DHL, which I will be using. It just means it's going to be a lot more expensive for the time being. There's another third-party service that Australia Post recommended that I've signed up to, and then when they're ready, we can start using them. Again, it just means more money to ship stuff out, which is super unnecessary, fucking annoying, and it could be the same for this. Look, they've probably got a plan in place where they're going to use a postal service, like whether it be FedEx, DHL, whatever, or this third-party service. I have no idea. But at the same time, you might be paying extra if you're in the United States and you have pre-ordered this piece. You might have a few extra dollary dues tapped onto that with shipping and taxes and stuff like that. So guys, overall, it is a very neat little set. I do dig it. I appreciate it. I like the shtick of the Halloween 1 pumpkin. I love the look of that pumpkin. The fact that it's in a display case with a little plaque that says Halloween, that's like going above and beyond, man. And it's like for the true hardcore collector. I think personally, it's a bit too much in terms of the price tag. I just feel like they should have gone all the way to the David Gordon Green trilogy. Maybe then I might have been enticed, but I don't have room for stuff like this. But keeping in mind, if you've got your Shout/Scream Factory edition, like you've got the full collection, I reckon stick with that. Providing it's the same transfer, I do need to figure that one out, and some of you will probably let me know in the comments if it is the same transfer that we're getting with this particular edition. And it's cool to see that's made in Australia, but you know, at the moment with things going on and tariffs and shipping problems, that could be a cause for concern for people from the US that have pre-ordered this. So with that being said, guys, drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts on the announcement of the Halloween 1-5 4K pumpkin box round set. I don't know what you call it. If you did pre-order it, that's awesome. Like if you jonesed about it, amazing. Just personally, it's just a bit too much in terms of that price tag. Look, again, if it was the full Halloween collection, sure, let's talk. But for now, love you guts, and I'll catch you in the next one.